Also, talk to me about the Raptors, AC, taking on the champs and the Nuggets.
Yeah, Denver just came off a very, very impressive win against Dallas. Dallas was playing really well heading into that game, and Denver beat them basically by 30. Again, Denver has the best home court advantage, so I mean, beating a team by 30, it wasn't super surprising there, but it's still the fact that they cover the spread -8 by, let's see, 16, 18 points there. So it was a comfortable win for Denver. Toronto actually matches up really well against this team. Toronto has the length, the defenders, the versatility to really match up against Denver's, like creativity on offense. Toronto's actually covered the last 3 games head to head against this team, and they don't match up very often, right? One's in the West, one's in the East, so it's an uncommon opponent. But I like Toronto's length, especially at home. Denver has to travel across time zones, like Jay mentioned, but also across the border to Canada. So that's always like a big fiasco sometimes. I mean, we heard about Charlotte and Miles Bridges not being able to play and all that kind of that. I know that's not basketball related, but it adds up, right? Like they're still all human beings, and there's gonna be a couple of travel mishaps or challenges that Denver's going to have to face getting to Toronto. I just think it's a great spot for Toronto. I know it's at +4.5. If anything, I'm going to sprinkle the money line on both the Nets and the Raptors. Hopefully both dogs bite tomorrow night.
Jay, any thoughts on the Raps in this spot? You said you were leaning that way as well.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look super deep into this game, but I mean, I'm not laying points with the Nuggets on the road. This is not where they've played their best ball so far this season. 7-8 straight up on the road, but 5-10 against the spread, and I believe it's even worse than that when they're laying points as well on the road. And AC nailed it. I mean, the Raptors can match up really good with them. If all you need is the Nuggets to get to turn the ball over, and then the Raptors get out running and gunning in transition. But guys like OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, even Jakob Poeltl down low, this team can really match up well versus the Denver Nuggets in this one. They play their best basketball at the house. I could only look towards the home dog in this situation.
Yeah, you didn't even mention Scotty Barnes, who's been playing extremely well.
Yeah, thanks.
The Raptors, for me, they're just a confusing team, man. Night to night, it's a very difficult team to try to gauge. But as you guys mentioned, when they're not in the Rocky Mountains, Denver and the Nuggets can be a little shaky. And when you're asking them to win by margin now on the road against a team that plays their best ball at home and can really get busy on the defensive end and kind of bother you, that's kind of they're an aggravating team. It is tough to not take 4.5, depending on where this number is. Now, I would be interested to see where this closes. As we record this Tuesday night, you might be able to get an even better number in this spot on Toronto once the market shifts till Wednesday and takes a little peek. And just off public money alone, they're going to see the Nuggets on a 4-point number. They're going to want to take a little nibble at that. And then maybe you can get some sharper money that may even move it back down, but maybe you can catch a better number at around a 5, depending on where it shakes. We'll see tomorrow. Always keep an eye on the injury report.